Spring Monday, where do we go from here? Well, a reminder that it's still February and we've got some February weather headed our way for tomorrow in regards to our temperature, where we should be this time of year. Average high is 32 degrees, and that's right on par we'll be throughout much of the afternoon with the wind chill that will likely hover right around 20 degrees all day long. It's back to that puffy winter jacket for tomorrow. Then you notice this red blinking for Wednesday. Our team has issued a first alert weather day for midweek, but most of the daylight hours, the weather's a-okay. It's not until about this time Wednesday night that we're first alerting to some big impacts on the roads in regards to ice. All it takes again is a thin layer of a glaze of ice to cause some big impacts out on the roadways. And then Thursday, we're back well above freezing, ending any road impact. So this first alert weather day is out for Wednesday evening through early Thursday morning. And by early Thursday morning, I'm talking mainly before 6 a.m. that we're going to first alert to some freezing rain and sleet. Could see some ice amounts as high as 1/10 of an inch for some Michiana communities. And of course, that's going to cause some big impacts on those roads, main roads, bridges, overpasses, and sidewalks, and even again, those vehicle wind chills. So what's the difference between sleet and freezing rain? Well, sleet are kind of those ice little pellets that bounce all over the place. They get pretty loud, and freezing rain is just rain, but as it reaches the surface where the temperature is below 32 degrees, it coats everything in a thin layer of ice where that temperature is below freezing. Now we're going to watch again those roadways and those car wind chills, those vehicle doors, those mirrors as well. And they're likely to have a glaze of ice on them by this time Wednesday night. But the good news, since we're only looking at a glaze, maybe upwards of 1/10 of an inch of ice, no need to worry about tree damage or power outages. Yes, it will be annoying. Yes, it will cause a few delays out on the roadways, but we're not looking at major impacts. We'd have to get ice accumulation above 1/4, 1/2 an inch before we really start to talk more about tree damage and power outages. No ice storm, just a little icing event as we head on into midweek. Let's walk you through my latest thoughts with First Alert Weather Future Track. Tomorrow, again, pretty quiet outside of the return to typical February temperatures. Most of Wednesday staying quiet as well. Here we are paused at 4 p.m. Wednesday. Temperatures hovering right around 32 to 34 degrees. Now, as we walk you further with First Alert Weather Future Track, as we start to head into Wednesday evening, notice this orange showing on up. That's the sleet and freezing rain with temperatures right around freezing. Anything that falls Wednesday evening, Wednesday night, as it reaches the ground, will likely quickly turn to ice. And then as we get closer towards daybreak Thursday morning around 4, 5, 6 a.m., this is when the temperature goes back up above freezing and any ice impacts begin to dwindle as everything begins to melt and that system moves out of Michiana. As I mentioned, around a glaze to 1/10 of an inch of ice is likely starting Wednesday evening through early Thursday morning, just enough again to cause several slick spots on many Michiana roadways. Here's a look and an update to our First Alert 10-day forecast. Going beyond Wednesday's First Alert weather day, we warm back up to around 40 degrees, then we dip right back down to around freezing Friday. All ahead of our next First Alert system for the weekend. We're looking at Saturday right now for the potential of some freezing rain transitioning on over into rain. And then we'll likely see temperatures going back below freezing for afternoon high temperatures as we start to cross on over into mid-February. If you want to check out Valentine's Day and Valentine's Day weekend, well, you can check out our update to our 16-day forecast right now on WNDU.com.